Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to do some Lifegain things, because y'all seem to like Lifegain decks and we haven't played one in a while. And I think some of the new cards might fit in perfectly here. Yeah, I just realized, if you're having trouble with mono red, all this Lifegain is probably going to be pretty good. But one card that we've played in a couple other lists that I wanted to take a look at here is Boonbringer Valkyrie. Now, I don't know if we need like 1, 2, or 3, so I'm experimenting with different numbers through this video. But anytime you can get something else to attack with a bunch of lifelink, like that's going to be enough to probably turn things around in those fights as it is. Or just giving another thing flying for a turn could help in the game. But other things we're going to be playing here are going to be Lunarch Veteran, because, you know, gain life, right, whenever you play a creature. Also having the ability to turn this into a flyer is also kind of nice. We're going to play some number of copies of Knight of Dawn's Light. I think we're going to experiment with this too. But other than just being a quality first striker, which is good on its own in several situations, being able to gain extra life is also pretty nice here. Voice of the Blessed checks a lot of those same boxes. Since we're going to have so many things that gain life, this makes a lot of sense. Just get a big creature. Inspiring Overseer, it's going to be a way for us to get extra cards, because we're not going to have a lot of those, but this can give us extra life, which is pretty cool. Metropolis Reformer, I haven't really played this much outside of Angel decks, to be honest. But this actually isn't bad to play here, because one, we have hexproof, so we can't be targeted with things, which is awesome. But the other reality is, if we block and then they have to shoot it and spend 2 for 1 or whatever, we gain all that life on top of it and trigger all of our other stuff. Elesh Norn. This is a card that I am catching myself adding more often in any type of white-based creature decks. But overall, it's actually pretty cool. If they try to deal damage to it, whether that's combat or spells, they have to pay or take damage themselves, which makes it a little easier to kill them. And then, in a pinch, you just flip it to the backside, and you're good. You're protected from sweepers. Also, another card Mono Red's going to hate is Phyrexian Vindicator. This card's just silly. Against any of the hyper aggro decks, this thing becomes a real problem. Almost a wall all by itself. And then we're also going to try Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines. Mostly because this turns off just a lot of things, right? A bunch of ETB triggers, even good against stuff like the domain decks, because it turns off like Atraxa's Enter the Battlefield ability, the battles that go search for things. So this is actually pretty cool. It does cost 5. We don't have a way to ramp to it, but I think that's fine. But if you want to see the whole deck list, it will be at the end of the video. If you want to get today's deck list, just go down to the description below. It'll take you to our Moxfield link, and you can get this deck along with a bunch of others that are ready to go for standard. For now, though, let's go see if gaining enough life actually gains us enough wins. Oh boy, we only got one white. Got hit with the Merrick's. Okay, let's keep it, see what happens. I mean, if we get a second white mana, and all of our other lands are white anyway, so basically any other lands allow those to start becoming live, so we'll see. We could remove the first thing, we could make a flyer. I mean, this isn't the worst thing, I guess. And maybe we find something else if they don't play anything here. Exactly, there we go. And it's a first striker, is that? That's cool. Ruby into nothing. Okay, we found the other white, which is nice. What's funny is we can't even really attack here because there's a chance they have like the well, actually that's not true. I was thinking they might play the rage on it and give this an additional toughness, but yeah, we attack because we could always pump this as well, so sure. Alright, they let it ride. Not a total surprise. You know, this is tough, because I kind of want to just remove Ruby. You know what? Let's go ahead. Wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I decided I'm just going to remove her. If they can protect it, they can protect it. Okay, that's fine. They could have had, like, royal treatment or something. Okay, we're going to take some damage here. Not too bad. We can leave. Oh, and we get to hold on to Iganjo? Love it. All right, we're attacking. End the turn. Thundering Raiju. Well, we're going to get rid of that bad boy. That's fine. Get rid of that. Take 4. So even with them doing all that, we're still at 14, so we are nowhere near at risk here. Don't need this. I think we're going to go straight up for this duder. And then I'm just going to put a +1. No attacks, because this first strike's all on its own. Then we have a quality removal spell. Though not really. We can only really get rid of that guy, because this thing costs 2. Yeah, Elish Norn turns that off, so no extra tokens for them. Yeah, I'm actually just let them just kill that. I'm not going to fight over it. Especially if they have rage. We could block, they'd trample and kill it anyway.
Try not to miss.
So it's not worth the hassle. I'm going to go ahead and try to get rid of this. And I don't see a way attacking here goes badly, so let's see what's up. Uh-oh. Looks like I'm wrong. Nope, they're going to let it through. Alright. Regular damage. I'm going to go ahead and do this since it results in 2 life and 2 cards with Elish Norn out. And... oh, nice. Nice. Alright, this should be over against Gruul Aggro. We're at 18. We have a way to possibly gain more life. We've got... okay, sure. That's legit. I mean, we just take it. And we're still at 14, so I'm just like, like, what else are we going to do? Definitely didn't need that, but that's okay, I guess. Time to attack these. I don't know why I did those individually. I could just hit the button. But, you know, style points sometimes. Make yourself feel good. Alright, opponent's just going to take all of it. Oh, I guess I could have pumped. That would have ended the game there, actually. Oh, that's silly. Well, this should do it anyway. Yep, alright. Let's roll with this and see what happens. Alright, we'll roll into Night of Dawn's Light. They want to remove this. Oh, looks like... nope, it's a Jukai Naturalist. Well, I really did want to Inspiring Overseer here, but I don't think we're going to get to. Think I'm going to have to... we're going to be able to lay down arms. Pretty much anything they have. So I think we do this for efficiency's sake here. And then next turn, if need be, we can lay down arms and play Overseer. Oh, do they not have any more land and they were relying on the Naturalists? They were. Wow, and they're giving up a land. Wow, okay. So they needed that Naturalist bad to the point they were willing to fight over it. Okay, well, we're going to draw a couple cards here. Oh, we have a card here, sorry. We do get 2 life. And I think we go ahead and get rid of the Naturalist if they're going to have to fight over it that badly. I mean, that's saying something that they were willing to get rid of that with the Boseiju instead of just play the Boseiju. That's kind of crazy, really. Alright, they're just going to take it. I probably should have pumped at least once there. Knowing that I'm just going to play this here. Alright. I mean, we've got effectively 2 removal cards in hand. Yep, you get a Weaver. Nice. And we're attacking. Pump. Once. Twice. End the turn. I guess I could have pumped one less and played the other night, but back on this. Hey, at least they still have mana open here they can do stuff with. Alright, their ossification. Sure. Wow, I'm only drawing lands, though. Alright, they go to 3. On the turn. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Alright, sure, that makes sense. Try to get some life back. I do have a first striker, though. Yeah, the only thing they can block is a first striker, so that doesn't really help them. Chico's Reign of Truth does make that larger. So, I mean, that's a thing. Alright, so if I deal 4 to it, yeah, that works. And then block. Bump. So we first strike before they get any life. They do get a card, though. First strike to the rescue. Yeah, there's an interesting thing. They use 2 Besejus instead of just playing their land. And one of those allowed them to get the Jukai Naturalist back and then play their ossification. But I don't know if that's really any better than just playing that first one down and having immediate access to land. Because, unfortunately, they drew land, but they opted to use the channel ability on it instead of just playing it, which then set them behind. So that's interesting. Unless their hand, I mean, was just hot fire. I mean, maybe if they had the Jukai Naturalist, well, I mean, I guess we won't ever really know, I suppose. But it could have been a bunch of things that were like 1 mana, 1 colorless, right? So then the next turn they try to play 2 or 3 things with the Jukai Naturalist out. I could see that. But yeah, that's a weird case, because on one hand, you want to say the opponent was mana screwed, but at the same time, they channeled 2 of their Besejus. So, yeah. Interesting game, though. Interesting. Okay, I guess so. I mean, we got 3 lands, and we're sitting on this stuff. I can't really throw this hand back. And if they play something too threatening, we could at least get rid of the first thing. I don't know what we do after that, but... Okay, hey, we get to see some stuff against mono red here. Oh, that's nice to find the 4th land and put our wonderful little mind at ease. Alright. So now, even if they kill the Reformer, we're just going to follow up with a End Vindicator. Alright, you got it. Yep. I mean, even if they use a, yeah, say we gain the life, so we go to 20, then we go to 18, so yeah, that didn't even really help their case that much. Alright. Yeah, opponent just says GG. Love it. Okay, let's rock and roll. Uh-oh. Oh, they're playing a Lunarch Veteran. Not what I expected to see, but we're probably going to have to hold this. Now, Veteran might still be the right thing to kill here. That is more of a problem. Sure. I think we're going to go here. Go digging a little bit. No attacks. Those are pretty aggressive adversaries. I don't know what they're up to just yet, but I'm sure we're going to find out very quickly. There you go. That's a thing. Let's block this. We'll take the damages from those. Then, oh, well, this works out great. We can get rid of that. Which they want to gain life, which is kind of funny. I'm going to play this. And then we play this, and we'll gain a bunch of life. And attack. Alright, so they're playing humans with a life gain bonus to it, I guess. I don't know what you'd call that. Oh. Well, this is a thing now, isn't it? Okay. I'm in. Tell me more. Pass. These life totals are silly for 2 aggro decks, but here we are. Never know what you're going to run into on the ladder. Didn't think it was going to be this. I mean, I guess I'm blocking. I don't know if they have a way to save it or not, but we'll see. I assume they do, or they wouldn't have attacked, because it would be weird. Oh, it's just an Iganjo. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I definitely wasn't going to throw my other creature at risk. That would have been silly. Alright, yep, that's going to do it. Ooh, this is tough. I feel like we have to mulligan, because if something happened to the Voice of the Blessed with this hand, I don't think we could recover. Keep this. Get rid of this. Alright. See what happens. Nothing, apparently, is what happens here. Alright, Denink you doth have. No attacks. Here comes Rafine. That's usually the case. Get that third land and get that damage in there. Nope, that one came into play tap that time. I mean, you know, why not? If you use a Iganjo or something here, so be it. Well, we both gain life. That's nice. Not only do we both gain life, we both, I mean, we get to attack here? That seems cool, I guess. Alright, please don't have a counter. They probably do, though, right? If you didn't play a dude there, you have to have a counter. I say, that makes sense, at least. Alright, go for a throat, sure. Alright, no more make disappears. And no more counters, period. Okay. Alright, well, we know what's up. Yep, it was either that or Wandering Emperor. You only had 2 real choices. Like, oh, we only found a land there? That's so gross. Alright, that sucks. Man, needed more threats. What happened? Yeah, get in there with your land. That'll kill us, for sure. No blocks. Pass the turn. I should be attacking, but I could feign like I'm gonna block. Not that I'm really going to. Alright. See if we get to resolve a Wandering Emperor. They could sacrifice their creature, which would have made sense.
Anyone who harms my
Under the context of, like, I was going to remove it anyway.
You're done.
Well, that doesn't do much here. Might as well attack. In the turn, they'll probably attack into... Oh, nope, they're just going to get rid of that. That makes sense. Let's say, so they'll probably attack into Wandering Emperor here. And then it's just like remove 1+1, remove 1+1. Probably the game we're going to get caught up in for a minute. Yep.
I'm not impressed.
Oh, boo. Alright, well, best we can do.
We must protect the people.
Though thinking about it last turn, I should have made a 2/2 anyway, and then just have 2 blockers. If I felt it was necessary, but... we'll just sit here and do nothing for a minute. Okay. I get a duder. Oh no, just drawing lands here is so bad. My last couple of draws, I think were land, ossification, land. That's not great. Can't win too many games that way. Yep, think the opponent's gonna get this one. Barring us finding another planeswalker or some such. Alright. I mean, I guess if I'd have done that last turn, I could have kept them off of a card, but... Ooh, Lord's Getter, that's annoying. Interesting, not attacking with their land, so they must have a counter or something they want to leave up here. I mean, that's the only relevant thing for us to do. Which then they can also protect. Alright. Yeah, we're just dead anyway. We have no outs, really, the way this game went. We had too many turns where we just didn't play anything relevant. Basically, land, ossification, land. So 5 in a row where we didn't do anything, so sure. Yeah, opponent's got this one. Well, this seems like as good as anything, I guess. Don't really need too many more land, though. I would like to not do that. Alright, well, we're going to try this first, knowing that it probably doesn't do much, but maybe we'll get lucky. But my guess is Voice of the Blessed is getting exiled here. One way or the other. Yep. As is expected. I would assume nothing less. No blocks. Ooh, that kinda sorta changes things. Let's do this. Getting rid of this. We'll take a hit from that one time, I think. Which could be as big as 8 this turn, maybe. Actually, could be more than that. Depending on what they have. But nope, it's not even that. Alright, go to 13. Our plan right now is going to be mostly living off of this Wandering Emperor, I feel like. So, just going to pass. See what they do. Alright. Hallowed Haunting. Sure. We're going to have to hurry. Is what this means. Alright. Minus this. And I don't think it would be wrong to assume they have a lot of exile things in hand. Let's plus one of these. Oh, wrong one. Meant to get more damage in there. Because if they had another ossification, it's coming for the Wandering Emperor here for sure. I say that. Maybe Voice of the Blessed, actually. Because once that flies, it's going to be a big problem for them. I do need to find another creature first. Yeah, it looks like they were thinking about what to get rid of, but it makes sense going after the Voice of the Blessed here. Yeah, that's nice finding another one. Get the extra life. No attacks. I mean, their deck's nothing but enchantments, so I'm always assuming there's more exile enchantments over there. Audacity, yeah. Legit. Okay, well, that is a 6-ball. That's a dead Wandering Emperor, because we ain't fighting to protect it. If I had an instant speed creature, I might have at least attempted it, but no other way there. Alright, that helps. Okay, attack for 8. Alright, opponent's at 10, and we have flyers. What removal cards did you get? Wedding Announcement is not one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't have nearly enough enchantments. I think that's going to do it. We'll block. And we're just going to deal the 5 to the opponent, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, just for funsies, we could have dealt it to one of the other spirit tokens. Yep. Though that is kind of funny. If we'd have tried to target a spirit token, they were actually playing Tamiyo's Safekeeping. Not something you see in those lists very often. So, had they gotten cute, that would have been funny. They would have been able to gain more life. But then, well, I guess then they wouldn't be able to stay alive. That's only 2 life. If they'd have had 3, then it would have been a little bit different. But, yeah. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter there, because even then, we'd be able to attack. Yeah, alright. Interesting, though. I'll take it. That looked like opponent might pull away from that once they got those couple of removal enchantments, but we lucked out, I guess. Alright. Sure. Let's see. Opposing veterans. Huh. Okay. Not sure how I feel about this. And Athalia. Sure. I mean, I guess we fire this off. Because this will get rid of more things. But I'm not even totally sure what we're concerned about just yet. Oh, this looks like it might just be some type of mono white aggro. If so, that's understandable. Alright. So we definitely need to find... I would like to be another plains here. Okay, that's good. Mostly so if we need the 4th colored mana, we could try that. Get rid of Spellbook Vendor, I think. Go ahead and attack, because we're not blocking. And then I think we'll go Vindicator first, and then hope Elesh Norn lives after that, you know? Not much else going on. I'm assuming if they have Brutal Cathars, they're just sitting on them, but why wouldn't they? Yeah, I gotta go here. Mostly because we don't have any other options as far as casting that next turn. That's a little bit annoying. Oh, put it on the adversary and attack. Put it on the adversary and attack. Put it on the adversary and attack. Oh, they didn't attack. I was like, maybe they don't know the secret. That only leaves 3 mana, so we kind of get to do one thing this turn. I think we have to get rid of Skrelv, right? No attacks. I mean, if they Brutal Cathar us, that's just... we get blasted into oblivion. That's fine. So we can get Elesh Norn down. Actually, I think we get Boonbringer down because there's more things we can draw in combination with this. 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have First Strike, though. Which we like that. If I do this and gain the life, probably good enough. I don't even think it matters. I think I'm just going to put it on itself. And we're not even going to attack here, I don't think. Like, at some point, we just start attacking with the Valkyrie anyway, because it's just big. Oh, well, now we got backup. Alright, well, Valkyrie, you're in. And this is where it starts to get silly. Because now they won't be able to produce enough removal for our big creatures they can't punch through. Yeah. This is not great. Like, I don't know, it could have been. But didn't feel like it. Alright, let's see what we can do. I mean, we got the Vindicator, so that's a good sign. And we got the 4th land, so now it's just... maybe we can find a veteran next turn. That'd be pretty nice. Okay, 18 going into turn 3 against mono red. I'll take it. I'm just throwing this out here as bait. If they have something to kill it, that's fine. We're not going to sweat it. Our plan is going to be Vindicator into Elesh Norn anyway, I think. And if they want to attack into this, like... not trading there. I'll just take the 2. That's fine. No attacks. Though maybe I should have traded since I don't have anything to do with it and I wasn't blocking. Sure. Kill your creature off. I think they thought they were going to shoot the Vindicator and then probably lightning strike it or something. But that is not how big old Vindicator works. Oh yeah, we're good. They don't even have a threat right now and they're down to 2 cards. This is locked up, folks. Yep, they do get another card, so that is at least a reasonable use of that. No attacks. I should have, but I'm going to kind of wait and see what their hand is here, because... but they could have burn spells, could just go upstairs, which would be a little annoying, actually. Yeah. I should have just been attacking there. They can't pay for that, though, so they got to take 2. Anytime we or any of our permanents get damaged. Excellent. Gain a life back, get an extra card. Card doesn't help, but that's okay. Opponent goes to 12. I mean, with 2 Warfares, they could... okay, 2 cards becomes harder to lethal us out, but they could in theory. Okay. 4/2 Trampler, so it deals 6. I think we block just to prevent some amount of it. Possibly kill the land. And we're still going to take 5 and be at 7 and could still die to the Warfares, mind you. They can pay for one of these, but that would be the same as had we... oh, wait, they're not going to pay for either one? Then that's game, right? Unless they just kill us here. Yeah, you're going to take damage from these, opponent. Yeah, what was that about? Yeah, that doesn't work either. We're at 1. Yeah. Cool. Got there. How sick is that? The opponent was at, what did they start their turn? We couldn't attack them for, I think they were at 10, and we were only able to attack for 8. But because they used the festival, they ended up taking a trigger of 3 from the Vindicator, and then 2 from, well, actually 2 each from Elish Norn, because I created 2 more triggers because they hit our creatures. So then they couldn't pay for those, so then they drained and took 3. But then they played the other one and did it again. So they killed themselves, went to -1 before we even had the opportunity to attack again. That's a good situation to be in against Mono Red with double warfare. Alright, we're going to keep this one and see what's up. Get rid of... Wow, land feels tough here. Actually, I think it has to be one of the voice plays. Now, it feels really weird, but I'd rather have lands so when we get into a world where we have like a 4-mana thing or something, it's actually viable. Bounce our voice, blah, blah, blah. Tis what it is. Alright, cast this. Let it get countered. You got it. Do. Play this. Play this. You can counter this one. Yeah, they're putting 2 and 2 together now. Like, wait, why is this in there? Well, because you gain extra life. This feels though like they don't have a lot of counters, and they're trying to decide whether to use it on the knight or save it for the voice. And they're going to let that happen. But I feel like we know a little something now. Okay, they had to make a decision. They were actually deciding if they were going to thirst. Alright. Wait, I didn't get to attack? Oh, I must have misclicked or something. Why did I not get to attack there? That's so awkward. Okay. I mean, we don't get our life gain, but we still get to attack, so we're in. Gonna bounce it? It would make sense since I can't replay it. Nope, they're just gonna take the hit. Alright. And this is usually where you see a Haughty Djinn if they have it. But we're going for it. Pump once. Pump twice. 4, 5, 6, 7 puts them at 9. Alright. I'm going to leave mana just in case they bounce it. We can replay it. Or at least attempt to. Alright, they're going to phase some things out. Sure. Sounds like a plan. And we'll fire up the machines again next turn. I'm assuming they're sitting on a bunch of counters if they're not doing anything else. Or maybe their hand's a bunch of marches. I don't know. Oh, they're checking our graveyard. That's not good. What does that mean? Okay, well, into attacks we go. No, pump once. Just once. If we're gonna attempt to play the other voice, I think that's fine. Probably gonna get hit with the dissipate because we see a lot of those these days, but I at least figured I'd give ourselves a shot if there's a make disappear. Oh, what else we got going on here? Counter the spell, sure. Seems good. So their hand was a lot of counters, it looks like. Alright, terror you doth have. Do I want to attempt to remove that? Take 6 mana if I want to pump the knight 3 times. It's a little tough, especially if they have a counter that stops us from playing this, but... Alright. Guess we might as well try. Ooh, are they going to counter before we have to pay? That's always fun. Well, I guess they don't have a choice, though, because once it's in play, they kind of have to bounce their thing or phase it out or something. Alright, negate works. Sounds like a plan. Sure. I don't think they have a march. There wasn't like the typical pause there. Could be wrong. But maybe we're not. Attack with this. Alright. We'll pump once. We'll pump again. They're probably just going to phase their thing out here. Because they haven't done anything else. Nope. They're just going to let it die to first strike. Okay. That's fine too. Great. Gonna put some more cards in the graveyard. I mean, they might be looking for another witness protection. Oh, do you have a way to untap that? I bet you do. Or to phase our stuff out, and then we'll just be sad. Alright, we're gonna attack. Interesting. Alright, so obviously you have a counter. Oh, do they not? Well, they'll find one here, right? What has to be more than a mana or a make disappear, though. Interesting. They only put lands in the graveyard. Doesn't mean they can't get to 15 damage, though. Alright. But they didn't untap the Djinn and block, so that's interesting here. You have to put at least 2 things in the yard if you want. That's 10. Yeah, it's going to be pretty easy for them to get to 15 here. Or just find a march to phase our stuff out. That's the other option. Yep, there you go. That'll get you there. Because if you have something on top, you just flip it in the graveyard. Nope, they just put a land there. Alright, let's have a little bit of work to do. March itself also counts for 1 once it resolves as well. Okay, well, opponent doesn't have anything? Huh. That is a little odd. Alright. Then I guess we attack. I'm assuming they have a march, right? Nothing else makes sense here. But if you had a march, you could have... I don't know. I mean, I'm not pumping anything. There's no point. I mean, like... If you have it, you win, I guess. Or at least we're going to try to make it where they don't. But, I mean, they're close. Yeah, I was going to say, what else would there have been? Like, that was pretty obvious. Sadly, I don't get to gain my extra point of life here, though. This likely gets countered. Alright, we at least got to 16, so they need 3 more. Which is pretty easy when their hand's loaded, unless it's just all counters. Oh, it's... Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, then. That's going to get us 2 more points. Yeah, not totally sure what their plan is here just yet. Oh, looks like another march. Well, the good thing is we have a flyer, which can get us to 17. I don't know if that's good enough, but we'll see. Yep, it's another march. Okay. Well, this feels like their hand's pretty weak. Can we get another thing that's worth casting here? Oh, that's almost good enough. So close, but so far away. All right, I might as well attack for the 1. All right, we at least got to 19 life. Oh, well, they could easily find answers now. So now we're probably dead. They just have to find 1 bounce spell. Or 1 march or whatever. I mean, this is all we can do. Oh, they didn't have it. Oh. Yo, how we beat this, I don't even know. Like, we didn't get to gain any of our life during that course of that game. We ended up having a Vindicator that came late. Nothing really stuck. Like, somehow our creatures were just good enough. Honestly, it was all because of this. It was because of the Night of Dawn's Light. Like, this thing being able to attack for chunks of 4 and 5 and being able to take down the Serpent, I think that's what really got us there. Okay, so an interesting thing happened here that I thought was going to happen in some ways, and it's that all the creature matchups we did very good against. Against the control matchups, we didn't do well against, right? So not much of a surprise there because we had all the life gain and the removal spells, whatever. And while we did win 1 game partially because of the Boombringer Valkyrie, I think we could live without it. And the Mother of Machines was nice, but doesn't particularly win in those matchups we need to win in, right? So I'm willing to cut those. We did play 1 Archangel Elspeth. I'd like to go up another one of those. And then I'm actually not too upset playing a White Sun for a couple of reasons. One, if we end up with our Planeswalkers or whatever, it's a sweeper. It's a good late game winner as well. It's a way to also gain a bunch of life if we need to, or if we need to slip something in under a removal spell or something. If we've already gotten a couple of poison in with our Myrics, I think this is a reasonable play to go for. So I don't hate this otherwise. I think that's fine. Also, I think there's another enchantment that's also worth entertaining. Oh, I think it's like a 6-mana one. Oh, that's not even standard anymore. Never mind. Oh, no, this is. It's a 4-mana one. This is what I was thinking of. Sigarda Splendor. This is another one, too. If you're gaining life, or if your life total stays the same as it was the turn before, during your upkeep, you get to draw an extra card, right? And whenever you cast a spell, you also get to gain life. So this could also be played in place of White Sun's Twilight, if you want to do that. Because this is another good card against the control matchups. Just to give you... Matter of fact, I'm going to make that swap now and just say, make this that last card. And then that way, you still have another way to draw cards on top of like the Overseers or whatever. And because a lot of times against the control matchups, like if this sits out there, they're not doing anything to you, right? They're not attacking you or whatever, so you can just get an extra card every turn for no extra effort. And of course, that's going to help you out, especially since you have your own Planeswalkers you can get or whatever. I also think if you wanted to, though Vindicators were just stone locks against several decks, I think you could also justify cutting a Vindicator for an additional Wandering Emperor or Archangel Elspeth. But I don't think that would be a problem if you wanted to do that. Could we cut a land? Maybe, but I wouldn't really be in favor of it. Though we did hit our mana pretty regularly, but I'm going to leave that up to y'all. But as far as the final list I'm going to post, it's going to be 4 Laydown Arms, 4 Lunarch Veteran, 3 Knight of Dawn's Lights, 4 Ossification, 4 Voice of the Blessed, 3 Inspiring Overseer, 3 Metropolis Reformer, 2 Archangel Elspeth, 2 Elish Norn, small one, 4 Phyrexian Vindicator, 1 Sigarda Splendor, 2 Wandering Emperor, 1 Iganjo, 22 Plains, 2 Myrics. I also want to point out that the, whatever it's called, Metropolis Reformer is actually really good as well against Wandering Emperors or whatever. So that's not a bad option to keep in the deck as well. Another thing, too, I wanted to say is, like, until we make those changes, like, I can't even say we for sure couldn't win the control match, but honestly, we played a couple and I just conceded because they were going entirely too long and I just wasn't going to include them in the video. So are they still winnable? Maybe, but they were very boring and very long, and that just, it wasn't going to make for good content. So I just want to be clear about that. I conceded them before I was at a point of losing, but they were having the upper hand, so I assume I was going to lose them. But I guess you never know because I didn't have the extra Planeswalkers and stuff. But otherwise, yeah, all the creature fights, you can really go to battle with them. And your first striker is huge. Obviously, Vindicator is really big. But the best thing here is you just have a lot of things they have to deal with now, right? Between Wandering Emperor and Elspeth, you've got the Vindicators, you've got the Knight of Dawn's Light, which is hard for them to attack through. If you gain a bunch of life and you have the Voice of the Blessed getting big, that's something they have to deal with. And then that's on top of you hitting like an Elder Norn or something like that. So yeah, I actually kind of like this. This was a lot of fun, a bit surprising, but yeah, you can just stone cold just crush mono red if that's a concern for you. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Heliod's Intervention. This is a card I don't think gets played enough and should be in a lot of commander decks. Like, it's really easy to use. You can destroy a ton of artifacts and enchantments, which are obviously some of the best cards in the game. And especially on those turns where you have a couple of mana rocks and you're not doing anything else, it's like, yeah, why not? Blow up 3 or 4 things sitting across the table. And then in a pinch late in the game, or for somebody else, you can gain double the amount of life you would spend there. So like you pay 5, you gain 10, right? That's actually pretty cool. So it's a good all-around useful card, and even better, it's pretty affordable. You can find them as low as $3, and I don't think I've seen them sold for more than like $5 for any of the versions. So yeah, very attainable and actually very good. Something you should consider. Yeah, today's deck was a lot of fun, but if you're looking for something completely different that can just go over the top with just like endless huge creatures, check out this fight rigging deck we played that used Thunderous Debut and just went nuts. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.